Hello everyone and welcome to week 5 of the UBLN. We are jumping right into it as we get these battle rules decided, and we are predicting my opponent, the Calgary Infernapes, also 3-1 in this league, 1 differential point separating the two teams right now. We are predicting them to bring Bisharp, Jellicent, Zapdos, Gothitelle, Nidoqueen, and Mega Mawile. On our side, we're bringing Exploud, Mew, Tapu Fini, Haxorus, Breloom, and Gliscor. We are jumping right into this. There is no time to waste. If you guys didn't see the team builder, I encourage you to go watch that. Obviously, no time for me to talk about my sets right now because we just got to go straight into it. But this team of my opponents is absolutely terrifying, and my opponent, Aaron420, has been making it, 2420, excuse me, I can't read, has been making it work like crazy. So hopefully all goes well in this battle. This is actually our 3rd time trying to get this started, so fingers crossed it actually works out this time. But we're here. We're not waiting at all. Let's jump right into it. Let's see which 6 Pokemon they bring. The Calgary Infernapes bring Nidoqueen. Okay, we got most of that right, actually. Nidoqueen, Mega Mawile. We've got Gothitelle. We've got Bisharp. We've got Zapdos. And we've got the Blaziken. So no Jellicent. Instead, we have the Blaziken. So let me put that right into the slot. Slide it right into the slot right there. And let's see, what leads does he have? What leads does he have? He could lead with Blaziken. He could lead with Bisharp, set up his Rocks or Nidoqueen. All those are decent options. He has all 4 of his ground weaknesses, which makes Mew look super good in this matchup. Super good in this matchup. And so I do have Earthquake on Mew. Gliscor also looks really important in this matchup. Obviously, I expect him to bring Ice Beam and Ice Coverage on like everything. I don't have Rocks or anything to set up, so it's really what do I think he's going to lead and what do I think my best counter to whatever lead he has is going to be. I think leading with Exploud is a good option. It can take almost any one hit. I don't desperately need it in this battle. Obviously, it just does a ton of damage, so unless he leads Blaziken, which, I mean, I said Blaziken as a possible lead, but I didn't really believe myself when I said it. If he does lead Gothitelle to set up the Trick Room, I can just click Boom Burst. We're probably not going to click, probably not going to be clicking Sleep Talk because I don't see the Shiinotic, but that was an answer to it. So we do have that on the Exploud. There's the Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen was something I was definitely considering he might lead with, and Exploud does have a chance, depending on the spread of this Nidoqueen, to OHKO it with Boom Burst. So I kind of just want to click Boom Burst right here. He doesn't really have an answer to it. Let me check really quick if Nidoqueen gets Throat Chop, and if he has the speed investment to outspeed me, then I definitely just want to make sure that I'm going to be getting damage off on this thing. So let me check really fast. It does get Throat Chop. So that's interesting. Do I think he'd be running Throat Chop Nidoqueen for my Exploud right here? Is now the time I want to find out. You know, honestly, I think he might be. But at the same time, I'm just going to click Boom Burst, I think. It makes the most sense to me to just get that damage off. So he just sets up Toxic Spikes. Okay. So we're going to click Boom Burst here. We're going to see how much this does. We see the Toxic Spikes. And that just straight takes it out. So Nidoqueen goes down just turn 1. He gets 1 layer of Toxic Spikes up and goes straight down. So Exploud kills Nidoqueen with Boom Burst. And I wasn't necessarily expecting that turn 1. So he might know that I'm Specs now. He might be able to see that and be able to go out into the Mega Mawile reasonably safely, although I don't switch out at all if he goes in the Mega Mawile. The Toxic Spikes are only a slight problem for my team. Tapu Fini will get poisoned and then set up the Misty Terrain, and then anything else can switch in for 5 turns without getting Toxic. So I do have that to bear in mind. So they're there for the match. I have no choice. The Toxic Spikes are up for the remainder of the match. So I have no defog this week because I didn't think it was that important because neither of my team nor his team was weak to rocks or anything. So he goes straight into Blaziken here, which is a great switch in here. I think Blaziken can OHKO Yeah, I definitely can Oko my Exploud, and I don't want to let it die. He could be going for a high jump kick. He could be going for a Flare Blitz doesn't kill me. I'm just like basically max HP. Not quite max HP, a little bit of speed investment just to outspeed a couple of things, but so he could go for a high jump kick here. I think that Tapu Fini is a very safe switch into Blaziken. I don't really know, unless it has like Thunder Punch. I don't really know what he's going to do to me, and I can handle pretty much any hit from this thing. Gliscor would also, I think, be a decent switch into this thing. Where's my Gliscor? So let's look at Blaziken here. So Blaziken, Flare Blitz does about 50 to 60% to Gliscor, and it outspeeds me if he's running a lot of speed investment because I'm not. So I kind of just want to go into Fini. Fini is going to get poisoned, but it is going to set up the Misty Terrain for the rest of my team. So we're going to take a look at this Blaziken set, kind of see what we're rocking with. So Toxic Spikes are going to go first. I do know that they do that before I set up the Misty Terrain, which is unfortunate, but we do have it now for 5 turns, so I can switch other things into the Toxic Spikes without worrying about it. He goes for the Low Kick, so Low Kick would have killed for sure. But against Fini, it does like virtually nothing. So we see that he's playing very conservatively right now, just making the safe plays, trying to set himself up for the future of the game. Now, I could click Calm Mind here. That's definitely a safe option for me to do. I could see him going straight out into Zapdos. Although Zapdos doesn't love taking a Muddy Water, it doesn't mind taking a Muddy Water. He could also go into Gothitelle here. And so I could... So Tapu Fini could Oko a Blaziken with a Muddy Water, so I can't see him staying in right here. If he's not running any defensive investment, I just straight Oko this thing with Muddy Water. But at the same time, nothing on his team resists Muddy Water, so it looks like a pretty safe play, and I can just click it. Now, if I'm predicting him to go out into his Zapdos here, do I want to make that prediction and switch out myself right out into Gliscor, although he could have Hidden Power Ice on his Zapdos. Now, let me take a look at Zapdos' Hidden Power Ice on a Gliscor. That doesn't kill. I have EV'd not to let that kill. I don't really have any way to handle it, per se, but the other option would be going out into Mew at this point. No matter what he goes for, Mew can definitely take it, although I want Mew for the Mega Mawile later. So I'm just going to hard switch. I think Tapu Fini has a chance later to set up and sweep. So I'm going to hard switch into my Gliscor here, and we're going to see what he's going to do. He's going to switch out, and he's going to go into Toasted Corn the Zapdos. Okay, so I could have gotten about 30% off on this thing with the Tapu Fini, but I'm just going to hard switch right out into Gliscor, get my Poison Heal, and get... I'm just going to click Knockoff at this point. I have no reason to do anything else, and we're going to get a little bit of information about his set. I'm not running any speed investment, so he will outspeed me no matter what, but we will see if he's rocking that Hidden Power Ice, which if he is rocking Hidden Power Ice, it means he doesn't have a different Hidden Power, so that's okay. Obviously, this is going to hurt, but we should be able to survive it, unless that's a critical hit, which of course it is. So Zapdos kills Gliscor with Hidden Power Ice, and at this point we know he has HP Ice. We don't know anything about his set other than that, which is actually super unfortunate. Now, I could go into Breloom here, which can eat that Hidden Power Ice from this thing. HP Ice does 30 to 40%. Additionally, I could go into Exploud at this point as well on the Zapdos and just once again click Boom Burst. That's really unfortunate that I died to that Hidden Power Ice because it shouldn't have killed. And getting a knockoff on this thing would have done just that little chip damage that I needed in order for my Exploud to guarantee that I had the kill. Breloom does not kill from this, like from full, if this thing is any sort of defensive. So I do just kind of want to go right into my Exploud. Thunderbolt's doing about 40 to 50%, but obviously I can't be poisoned by the Toxic Spikes. And I do get a chance to click Boom Burst here and get some huge damage on something. 2-hit KOs everything he brought. So he can't go into the Mawile here unless... Yeah, he can't go into the Mawile here. He can't go into the Bisharp safely. If I predict that and I went for the Focus Blast, or even the Flamethrower, that would kill the Bisharp. He can't safely go into that. He can't go into the Blaziken safely. And I do have a chance to Oko a Zapdos from full with a Choice Specs Boom Burst from an X-Cloud. So, is it a guarantee? No. And he's just going to straight Volt Switch. So we see there's not choice anyway, which is nice to know. He's probably bulkier. Although that Hidden Power Ice did kill with the crit. So what's he going to go into here to take a Choice Specs Boom Burst? I could have just Flamethrowered, but Gothitelle is kind of scary. And it does come in here, and I do outspeed a Gothitelle, if I'm not mistaken. I did EV to outspeed an uninvested Gothitelle. And so there's the Citrus Berry that I was expecting to have, but he's not stupid bulky. So Wiki Berry. And that, unless he's running a lot of speed, which if he is, even then Psychic is doing 30%. I don't know if this thing gets Focus Blast, but I would assume that it does. How much does a Focus Blast do? Focus Blast doesn't kill from this range, I don't think. Let me see. I've got 137. Yeah, Focus Blast cannot kill me from this range unless he's running a ton of special attack investment. So if he's running max special attack, max speed, well, you got me with this Gothitelle. So otherwise, we do outspeed naturally, and that should kill the Gothitelle from here. So X-Cloud kills Gothitelle with Boom Burst. And I have a feeling that's kind of how this battle is going to go. So it's going to ride on the back of this X-Cloud as we start wearing down his team a little bit. It's being able to predict and take those hits that I need to take. If I can get that Zapdos down just a little bit, I think we'll be in decently good shape. And I definitely don't want to stay in. He could Pursuit. How much does a Pursuit do if I am switching out from a Bisharp? Because that is an option that I definitely wasn't really considering. And Pursuit's going to kill if I am switching out, if he's like max attack and Life Orb. Boom Burst is doing like 80% to this thing. If I don't switch out, Boom Burst doesn't... I have enough speed, I believe, to outspeed if he's uninvested. I really don't want him to click Pursuit, but I feel like I have to stay in and click Boom Burst again. I have no choice. He goes straight for the knockoff, which will kill from there, I believe. Yeah, it does. So he doesn't click Pursuit, which is really unfortunate that I didn't save my X-Cloud. But I had to take that chance, and he does have some speed investment. He does have that speed investment to outspeed my X-Cloud, which is totally fine. I don't think it was designed to outspeed X-Cloud. Now, one option is going back into Tapu Fini, and I do like that option because Tapu Fini can deal well with the Bisharp and reset the Misty Terrain. Ironhead's doing about 50%, so I'll be okay. I can take one, and I can get off a big Moonblast. Which at this point is hitting most of his team really hard, or I can just hit Muddy Water and try to lower the accuracy, which is neutral on his entire team, or super effective on the Blaziken. So I do like that play. Mew looks really, really good moving forward, as I just want to get out his Mawile. Now I could go into Breloom here. Breloom does handle Bisharp okay, and it threatens it out, obviously, with the Mach Punch killing it. And Ironhead does not kill me. So I don't hate that play. Breloom looks good. Tapu Fini looks good. Because he's obviously going to switch out his Bisharp here. So I'm going to go into Breloom. There's really no downside to clicking Mach Punch. Is there? I mean, I could try to predict him going into that Zapdos on the Mach Punch. Now, Zapdos doesn't threaten me as much as he thinks it does. And if I click Power Up Punch here, then I kill the Zapdos next turn with Rock Tomb, and it doesn't kill me. And if he does stay in, then I kill this thing. So I'm just going to click Power Up Punch here. And he does switch out, so he probably is going to go to the Zapdos here. TTM Miyoki comes out, so okay. And we are going to get the attack drop, but we are going to get the power punch off and get the attack right back to neutral. So that's pretty cool. Take a little bit of toxic damage, or poison damage, because it's not 2 layers of toxic spikes. At this point, I know we outspeed this thing, but we can't take a hit from it, obviously. And he does get the Mawile in at this point. I could go out into my Tapu Fini, sack that off to the Play Rough, and then go out into Mew and steal his huge power, and proceed to just have fun with Mew, which was the plan. And I think Breloom, because it handles Bisharp so well, at this range, I think that's the play. I think Tapu Fini comes in at this point. I think it'll take 1 hit from anything, which is a little bit unfortunate that I have to just sack it off like this. Although I do have a chance to take that 1 hit and get the Misty Terrain up and threaten, just click Muddy Water at this point. Because he's probably going to Play Rough, he's not going to Iron Head, but both are neutral, so Play Rough is actually stronger. So we'll see how much a huge power Play Rough does to my Fini. Can I take 1? No, I can't even take 1. So Mawile obviously is Mega, and has Play Rough, and Mawile kills Tapu Fini with Play Rough. Now at this point I want to go into Mew, and I want to click Skill Swap, and I want to neutralize this problem. Now the reason I have to click Skill Swap is because I do have, he could have Sucker Punch, so I don't just want to straight attack him, and I want to get Huge Power Mew, because that is 100% the play here. So he's going to switch out, and I'm going to reveal that I have Skill Swap, so that's really unfortunate. He goes out into the Blaziken, which is interesting. So now he's a synchronized Blaziken, and I'm a Blaze Mew. Do I stay in here and click Earthquake on a Blaziken and take the damage? I don't believe that's the play. Earthquake has a chance from this Mew to OHKO a non-defensive Blaziken. And it's a non-negligible chance. It's like a 50% chance to just straight OHKO an offensive Blaziken. And I outspeed him too. And I don't really have a good switch into Blaziken anymore without Tapu Fini. So do I just take a huge hit? If I don't kill, he could kill with Flare Blitz straight up. So that's really, really terrifying. But I think it's a risk that I need to take. He's Scarfed. He's Choice Scarf Blaziken. Please don't kill me. Wow, that did very little. And that recoil damage should bring him down to where this should kill. So Blaziken goes down. So Mew kills Blaziken with Earthquake. Now, I don't necessarily need Mew to kill the Mega Mawile. Like, it's not the worst thing that I've ever needed, or not the thing I need the most, I should say. Bisharp comes out. I do have the Colbur Berry, but even with the Colbur Berry, he's still going to be doing a ton with a Sucker Punch, which is obviously what he's going to click here. It's either Sucker Punch or Pursuit. Either one would kill, and of course I have to make this prediction again. Play this game, and I don't love making this play either way. I could go Roost. That way Sucker Punch is covered and Pursuit is covered. So I'm going to click Roost. And kind of see what this Bisharp's running. He's already shown Knockoff. So he doesn't Sucker Punch. Okay, so we get the Roost up, and we're going to see what he's going to do. And he's going to go straight for a Knockoff. We're going to eat our Colbur Berry, which isn't going to do... So it's going to do very little damage. That's not very little damage. But I survive it, so that's really important. And at this point, I'm just going to click Earthquake and get some huge damage off on this thing. And then my choice is to either go into Haxorus or Breloom. And I think the choice is go into Haxorus and click Dragon Dance, potentially. Although I do outspeed this thing, and he hasn't shown Sucker Punch yet. So do I... Okay, so Bisharp's going to kill Mew. Bisharp kills Mew with knockoff. Do I go into my Breloom? Or do I go into my Haxorus? Haxorus outspeeds. Doesn't outspeed the Zapdos, but I can take a Hidden Power Ice from a Zapdos, probably, with a Haxorus. I would assume so from full health. Yeah, I can take one from full health, so I can definitely just click Dragon Claw on the Bisharp here. Well, I can't just click Dragon Claw because he could go into Mawile, and I don't want to not get damage on that. But I can't click Dragon Dance either. And if he has Sucker Punch, then the damage from that makes it so that I can't take a Hidden Power Ice. I could go into Breloom and click Mach Punch at this point, which I kind of want to do. I just don't think it's time for Haxorus yet. I think Haxorus needs to be there for the Mawile. And at this point, I kind of want to click Rock Tomb and predict that he's going to go into Zapdos, because Rock Tomb 2-hit KO Zapdos. But if he stays with the Bisharp, does Rock Tomb kill it? No, probably not from that range. I could Power Up Punch again. I'm gonna Power Up Punch again. And if he does decide to stay in and Sucker Punch, you know, that is what it is. I take a little bit of chip damage there, and we're just gonna Power Up Punch. And Bisharp's gonna go down. He does reveal that he has Sucker Punch, but he's down now. So Breloom kills Bisharp with Power Up Punch. He goes out into Zapdos. At this range now, I'm looking at like Modest, Max Special Attack Zapdos, which he's probably not. He doesn't kill me with a Hidden Power Ice. He has to think that he does, and he doesn't. We are at 78 out of 149, and Hidden Power Ice doesn't. Heat Wave does. So if he has Heat Wave, then he does kill, but I just don't think he does. And at that point, my only chance is to go for the Rock Tomb here, and hope that he clicks Hidden Power Ice and doesn't kill. He does have the Heat Wave, he does land it, so that will kill at this range, unless he's not like max special defense. So unfortunately, that's good prep on his part. Heat Wave. So Zapdos kills Breloom with Heat Wave. And my Haxorus can't take Hidden Power Ice and Sucker Punch, I don't think. I don't see it taking both. Which is extremely unfortunate. Because I like that close. That close. Is he running max speed? He's not running max speed. We can take a Sucker Punch from a Mega Mawile. We can. If he's running a ton of bulk investment, this won't kill, but max HP with not a ton of physical defense, this should be a kill. If he's running a lot of bulk, though, then that's just unfortunate. But he's not running max speed, or he's running modest. Come on, please do it. Okay, down goes Zapdos. I don't know if that crit mattered, but he got a crit earlier, so Haxorus kills Zapdos with Dragonium Z. And Mawile is going to come out here. Sucker Punch cannot kill me. There's no chance Sucker Punch kills from here. Earthquake should do 72 to 86% to a Mega Mawile. And we are going to be able to click it. Please don't be super bulky. It kills the Mega Mawile. Haxorus comes through in the clutch, gets that final kill that we need. Oh my god, that battle was right down to the wire right there. Hackers kills Mega Mawile with Earthquake. And good game, Aaron. Good game, Calgary Infernapes. We are now 4-1, everybody. I'm like shaking a little bit. We are now 4-1 in this league, and this is a good league. But that's really going to help us. That was another division leader. We needed to win this game in order to really push ourselves up on the rankings to make sure that we can get that bye in the first round of the playoffs. We are still playing for that, and we are still in great shape to continue on making a run for the playoffs in this league. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, I encourage you to stick around for the next battle tomorrow. Well, the next team builder tomorrow and battle on Sunday. So that'll be in the TBL, and we'll be taking on the Suffolk Skuntanks and Coach Midnight Wolf over there. So hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll see you next week if you are just watching UBLN.